Back though, what were some of the biggest, I would say, learnings or kind of like key takeaways from your time at Uber Eats that you've then taken with you to now investing at Benchmark?
I mean, yeah, geez, I don't know. I mean, people ask me the key learnings questions. Like, you start companies for so long, you almost forget what the learnings are. Like, I think for marketplaces, getting to market fast is a huge one. I know I just mentioned it, but it is so important. Like, it's very hard to balance a marketplace. Like you're trying to balance supply and demand, right? Whether it's two-sided marketplace, three-sided marketplace like Eats. And what does that mean? It's just like fancy language for everyone's got to be happy participants. And so the way that you become a happy participant in a marketplace is if you are supplying a service to a marketplace, you're getting a sufficient enough demand to be happy and to like engage with the marketplace. If you are on the consumer side, you are getting maybe it's enough selection in the case of Eats or Amazon or eBay. Maybe in the case of Uber, it's a low enough price with a low enough ETA. But that's a function of like how big the supply side is. And so, you need to get to this balance. And a lot of the bootstrapping, a lot of the spending you see in marketplaces is people trying to get to this sort of like tipping point, this like exit velocity where everything starts becoming easy. And so I think speed is really important. There's a lot of talk about like, build slow to go fast. And I think all that's totally fine. But if you're scaling a geographic marketplace, you can go sort of slow, but you have to go fast in a small scope. So like, if you take like DoorDash's early days, and I don't know them super well, but like I know them well enough as a competitor, they got Palo Alto really right? I mean, it was just like they went very, very deep in some of the suburbs that they were in. And that was smart because it was very hard to come and compete with them if they had gotten strong there. And they might have taken their time building product. But they were executing pretty quickly on the ops side of things. And same thing for us. I mean, we went super fast in the cities that we were in, and we faced our own geographic constraints. And so we decided to like not go there. I think on the leadership side of things, like you just have to, I mean, all this stuff is cliche. You can read all these books and whatever, but like at the end of the day, like, all these books on leadership, it's like you have to care about your people and then they'll care about their people. Organizations take on, over the, I guess, maybe 5 or 6 new businesses / startups that I've done, like you can learn who a CEO is by talking to, I mean, if you walk into a Costco, you can learn a lot about the CEO. Because employees, people take on the personality of their leaders, and that totally cascades down. And so if you're a toxic leader, you're going to have toxic employees. And if you are someone who cares about people, your people are going to care about your customers. And so I think that like the philosophies that you have as a leader, basically become the organizational philosophies. And then like lastly, again, a cliche, but like it really is all about the people, but it's about the people, as like a team. You want to keep your hiring bar high, but you also need people who work together. And so there's this like tension, like common wisdom would say like, oh, you hire the best of the best, and then that's it, like in isolation. I don't think that's totally true. You need to hire the best of the best, like for the team that you have, especially when you're building like early executive teams, if anybody's at that point.